Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CJ's Coins and Crafts. This is our next episode of our US Commemorative Series. This is episode 48, which is going to cover the 1936 issue of the Battle of Gettysburg Anniversary Half Dollar. The Battle of Gettysburg was fought July 1st through the 3rd, 1863, in and around the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, by Union and Confederate forces during the American Civil War. The battle involved the largest number of casualties of the entire war and is often described as the war's turning point. Union Major General George Meade defeated oncoming attacks by General Robert E. Lee, halting Lee's invasion of the North. So, plans for the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg were from a joint effort from both state and federal commissions. The chairman of the state commission was State Senator John S. Rice, who also acted as the chairman for all of the joint sessions. Others on the state commission included Governor Hugh L. White of Mississippi, Dr. Henry W. A. Hansen, who was president of Gettysburg College, Adjutant General Frederick B. Kerr, Colonel Victor C. Mather of Haverford, Judge William S. McLean of Wilkes-Barre, Gerald P. O'Neill of Pittsburgh, former Attorney General William A. Schneider of Philadelphia, and General Edward C. Shannon, commander of the Pennsylvania National Guard. The Federal Commission consisted of U.S. Senator Joseph F. Guffey, Congressman Harry L. Hines, Congressman Marvin Jones of Texas, and a newspaperman Paul L. Roy acting as executive secretary. Harry Hines had arranged a meeting between the state and federal groups where Senator Rice explained his proposal for the grand reunion and asked for federal cooperation. Haynes spoke of his legislation to strike 50,000 commemorative coins and create a commemorative stamp. A subcommittee consisting of Rice, Shannon, Kerr, and Roy were appointed to complete the work of settling upon a coin design. The legislation, House Resolution 11533, was enacted June 16, 1936. This called for the Gettysburg half dollar to be dated 1936, regardless of when the coins were actually struck, and be sold for face value or at a premium, with all proceeds of premium sales going to defraying the costs of commemorative events. There was a state competition that had over 48 applicants to be the designer for the new commemorative coin, with Frank Vitter, a prominent local sculptor, being awarded the role. Original plans were to have one veteran from the North and one from the South pose for the artist to get general characteristics of each, as it was against the law to do an actual lifelike portrait unless it was a specific person. There were difficulties transporting a veteran from the South, as well as difficulties in choosing one, as each southern city desired to have their own native son be the one selected. Vitter generalized the design for the southern veteran. Now, James Power Sankey, who served in Company K of the 100th Pennsylvania Volunteer Roundheads, was selected for the Northern and posed for Vitter's preliminary sketch for the Northern Soldier and was the only living person to ever pose for a U.S. coin. Vitter had completed 14 models for the design, and with consultation of William Ludwig of the State Art Commission, a final design was selected. On March 15, 1937, Mint Director Nellie Taylor Ross sent a letter to the Commission of Fine Arts stating enclosed were photographs of the commemorative coin models for the Commission's considerations. A reply came back on March 24th with statements from Paul Manship, sculptor member of the CFA, where he reported that, quote, in general, he considered the models to be satisfactory. Manship called attention to the fact that the faces and expressions of the eyes of the two soldiers are nearly identical, but aware that the artist may have done this intentionally. The stars should be removed from the United States shield to make it conform to the Great Seal, such as the common usage. The obverse of the coin depicts two conjoined busts of a Confederate and Union soldier in military uniform facing right. E pluribus unum lies above the heads, liberty arcing across the top, with United States of America and blue and gray reunion encircling the overall coin face. The reverse has shields of the Union Army and Confederate Army shields divided by a double-bladed fasces with an oak and olive branch on the sides and below them. Surrounding the design is the anniversary dates 1863, 75th anniversary, 1938, and Battle of Gettysburg. Although the Pennsylvania State Commission had requested 20,000 coins be struck at the Philadelphia Mint, 15,000 coins from the Denver Mint, and 15,000 coins from the San Francisco Mint, a total of 50,028 coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in June of 1937, with the 28 pieces being held aside for the following year's meeting of the Annual State Commission. The coins were sold by the State Commission for $1.65 each. In August of 1938, Paul Roy had announced that the unsold balance of Gettysburg coins had been turned over to the American Legion Department of Pennsylvania for further distribution. The American Legion raised the price from $1.65 to $2.65 in hopes it would make the coins appear to be rare and also a good investment. After all that, 23,100 coins had remained unsold and were returned to the mint for redemption and melting. I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This one was a little bit harder one for me to put together because there wasn't a lot of good reference material out there, so I really had to comb and really had to dig deep to put this one together. So please, if you like this one, hit the like, put a comment down in the comment section below. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.